everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all good. I do not need a ring light today because it is such a lovely day and it's so nice and sunny out there. Makes me want to sing. So today's video is going to be an updated physique update. The last one I did was in January, so not that much has changed in regards to my physique, but I feel like a lot has changed in regards to the way that I am working out and how many times I'm going and the workouts that I'm doing. So yeah, I just wanted to give you a little update and just talk about some fitness related stuff. I put a question thing on my Instagram and just asked if anyone had any questions that they wanted to ask me. I'm going to answer them and then I'm just going to talk about where I am in my fitness journey at the minute, like how I'm kind of feeling about it. It changes daily, to be honest, I think, how I feel about it, but that is just my moods anyway. They don't change daily, they change hourly, I'd say, my moods at the minute. So I'm going to start by answering some of the questions that people asked. One of the first questions was, how often do I work out? That has actually changed a little bit in the past few months. Before Christmas, I was working out at least 4 or 5 times a week, and if I wasn't getting the 5 workouts in, it would just make me feel really bad about myself and I'd feel like I've not done a good enough job. Yeah, I'd just get really down about it. Then I come to my senses and realise like that is ridiculous. So now I'm aiming to get to the gym at least 3 times a week, and if I get 4 workouts in, I'm pleased. So another question someone asked was, what do I do to train my glutes? That wasn't exactly what the words were, but it was something along the lines of, how do you get a peachy bum? The exercise that I do to train my glutes, I do a lot of hip thrusts, and I feel like as soon as I started doing hip thrusts was when I noticed my glutes getting a little bit peachier. So I make sure now that I get in some hip thrusts at least once a week. Also, another thing that I do on the cable machine, I do some cable kickbacks, which is another good thing for your glutes. So yeah, they're probably my 2 favourite booty exercises. Something else someone asked was, how often do I train my abs? I'm not really that strict with abs. I quite enjoy doing ab exercises, so I tend to do them after every time I've been to the gym, usually at least 3 times a week, and I only really spend no longer than 10 minutes doing abs. I think with abs it's quite good to get familiar with a circuit that you can do every time after your workout, so you know once you've done it you can just go onto the mat and do abs for 10 minutes. You don't really have to think about it. The most effective exercises that I find that have made a difference with my abs are, if you're at a gym on the cable machine, I don't know what they're called, you grab the rope, and then I'll put a video somewhere of it, and you pull down, man, what are they called? And also planking. I do love a good plank. I try and do a minute plank after every workout as well. So I'm just going to answer one more question and then I'm going to get into the physique update part of the video. Someone asked, do I track my calories or my macros, or am I careful about what I eat? It was just kind of a general food question. So the answer to that is not really. I don't really track my calories. I haven't got an app where like every time I eat I put it in there to see how many calories it is, but I do eat fairly healthily. There will be days though, don't get me wrong, where all I want to eat is chocolate and crisps, and I'm not going to lie either, some days I have done that. There was a weekend a couple of weeks ago where I think I did just eat chocolate and crisps. No, I couldn't stop myself, I just needed it. So I will allow myself to have them days, because otherwise I'll go mad. So yeah, the answer is I do not track my calories or my macros. I'm confused about what macros are, if I'm honest. I've looked into it a little bit, but it's just not something that I want to do. I was just thinking the other day though that I do want to see if I can be strict enough to do that. I don't know if I've got the willpower to stick to like a diet plan. I want to see if I've got the determination and the willpower to stick to it. So I might think about doing something with that. Anyway, so they are some of the questions that people asked. Now I'm going to give you a little glimpse of where my body is at the minute. It doesn't look that much different to my last update. My last update, I'll put a little clip of it here. I'm wearing exactly the same thing, so it just gives you a real true reflection of if there is any improvement. I have noticed slight little improvements in certain areas, but you might not necessarily see those. It's hard to tell over camera, and it's just hard to tell unless I point it out really. I think because I've been working my legs a lot, I have noticed that they're slightly more muscly. I've also noticed that my upper body is not as muscly. I think I've lost muscle in my upper body, but I don't mind. It's a journey. So yeah, let's just show you my physique update, and then I want to just quickly talk about my mental health a little bit and where I am with that.
So let's spend some time wasting it away. Your love is like music. You went and changed the game. We're breaking all the rules. Our side signs don't match. Immigration issues.
So yes, that is how I'm looking at the minute. I feel quite happy with how I'm looking. I don't think anyone is ever 100% happy with how they look. They're always going to have their insecurities, which I just think is a natural thing. But yeah, like, I'm in a good place with it. There are times before when I have hated looking at myself in the mirror, so I'm not there anymore, which is definitely progress. Which brings me on a little bit to my mental health, I suppose. I talk about it every now and then, about how I struggle with anxiety and feeling very low. But recently I have felt pretty good, to be honest. I've spoke to people about it before, which I think that definitely helps, talking about it. I am a sharer, like, I like to talk about my feelings. If I don't talk about my feelings, that is when I start to really feel it. So as long as I'm opening up to people that are closest to me, I can kind of stay in a good place, I think. The thing that I'm trying to do more is care less about what people think. Not to the point where I'll do whatever I want and be rude to anyone, just to a point where it doesn't consume me. Like, I'm not thinking, oh, I can't do that because this person will think that. I think to be happy and satisfied in life, you just have to be happy with yourself first. Oh, I just hit my knee on my drawer. I do think the reason why I've struggled in the past before is because I put so much pressure on myself to be a certain person around certain people, if you know what I mean. A year ago, or maybe 2 years ago, I would never ever put myself out there like this, or post photos of myself even in my gym gear or in a bikini, or show like my physique update. I wouldn't do that because I'd feel like I was going to be judged, and that would affect me too much. But now I'm in a place where I think, if I want to do it and I'm not hurting anyone by doing it, then I'm going to do it. Just because I've struggled with anxiety doesn't mean that I can't then put myself out there. I think that's what helps me. So I am in general in a pretty good place. There's always going to be down days, and be days where I feel more anxious than others, and that brings me back to fitness. Like, that is why I started my fitness journey, to help with my anxiety and my bad days, because now when I'm feeling really anxious about something, I will just go to the gym. Another thing that I'm going to stop doing as well is letting someone else be the decider of how I'm going to feel that day. I just want to be happy no matter what anyone else is doing around me, if you know what I mean. So if someone does something that annoys me or has upsets me, I don't want it to necessarily change my whole day and put me in a bad mood for the rest of that day. I want to be responsible for how I feel myself. That is definitely something that I'm working more on. I'm doing more like meditation and things like that. I want to get into doing some more like yoga and Pilates I'm so posh. Pilates and things like that, just to become one with myself. Okay, so I think I've gone on enough now. Yes, that is the end of the video. I really enjoy filming these videos. I just like being able to sit here and talk to you kind of about my feelings and my fitness journey, because that is a really big part of my life, fitness. I just enjoy sitting and talking about it, and also my mental health. I think it's important to talk about things like that, because if there is anyone out there who's feeling same or similar feelings to me, then I hope that just listening to someone else talk about it does help, because I know that when I watch videos like this, it really helps me. It just makes me feel better to know that you're not alone. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you did like it, I would love it if you'd give it a little thumbs up and you would subscribe to my channel, because it means the absolute world to me. Yeah, I will see you in another video. Bye.